diet or discipline. It's from a so-called miracle drug that's turning celebrities into unrecognizable shadows of themselves. Red carpets are filled with hollow cheeks, sunken eyes, and fragile bodies. Yet the industry calls it glow-ups. But tonight, we expose the truth behind the most shocking OZEMPIC transformations of 2025, where fame, fear, and pharmaceutical obsession collide. These aren't success stories. They're warning signs. Before we dive in, smash that like, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications, because Legends of Black Excellence is about to reveal what Hollywood desperately wants hidden. Lizzo. Lizzo once stood as the unapologetic face of body positivity, a woman who proudly took the stage in bold outfits, celebrating curves in an industry that demanded perfection. She told millions to love yourself at any size, and fans believed her because she lived it. But when photos surfaced in late 2024 and early 2025 showing her shockingly slimmed down, the internet didn't cheer. It gasped. The woman who had become a symbol of self-love now looked unrecognizable, thinner than ever before, and speculation exploded overnight. Was it stress? Surgery? Or had even Lizzo, the movement's loudest voice, turned to Ozempic? Insiders claim her record label applied pressure as streaming numbers dipped and executives pushed for a marketable image to stay competitive. Sources say multiple high-level meetings took place, and shortly after, Lizzo disappeared from social media for weeks, only to return looking drastically different. Health experts pointed to signs of rapid drug-assisted weight loss, reduced muscle tone, sunken facial features, and fluctuating energy levels during performances. Behind the scenes, staff allegedly noticed mood swings, extreme dieting patterns, and even moments of emotional breakdown before shows. For a woman known for her electric stage presence, this sudden shift was heartbreaking. The reaction was brutal. Critics accused her of hypocrisy, calling her transformation proof that body positivity was just a brand. One viral comment with over 500K likes read, "So the queen of curves is gone too." Others defended her, insisting she's human and allowed to change. But the real question cut deeper. Did Lizzo truly betray her movement, or did Hollywood finally break her? What makes Lizzo's story so compelling isn't just the weight loss, it's the identity crisis. Rumors say she struggles privately with guilt, torn between the body she once defended and the industry that still values thinness above talent. She admitted in a quiet live stream, "Sometimes I don't even recognize myself anymore." That one line revealed everything. This wasn't vanity, it was survival. The world put her on a pedestal for being real, then punished her for being human. Lizzo's transformation is more than a physical change. It's a mirror, but what it reflects isn't just about her. It's about us. Chelsea Handler. Chelsea Handler was never afraid to say what Hollywood wouldn't, but in 2025, she said something no one saw coming. She openly admitted she used Ozempic-type weight loss medication, and her confession shattered the glamorous illusion surrounding celebrity transformations. Unlike others who hid behind diet and exercise, Chelsea revealed the raw truth. Her anti-aging doctor handed her the drug casually, with no explanation of risks, and she didn't even know what she was taking at first. Within weeks, she experienced severe nausea, violent digestive issues, extreme fatigue, and unpredictable mood swings that damaged relationships and derailed her career. She later said, "It felt like I was poisoning myself for vanity." This wasn't a cute glow-up, it was a medical crisis. She had to cancel stand-up performances because she couldn't stand for long. She needed medical care to rehydrate and stabilize. And the worst part, even after quitting the drug, the side effects didn't go away. Months later, she still battled stomach pain, exhaustion, and emotional instability. Fans who once praised her honesty now saw her as the loudest warning in Hollywood. Her story went viral, not because she lost weight, but because she exposed the truth. These drugs are being handed out like candy to any celebrity who asks. There's no long-term safety data. There's no monitoring. There's only the pressure to be camera-ready. Chelsea said her doctor prescribed it to everyone in Hollywood, proving this isn't an isolated case, it's an industry-wide addiction to perfection. But something deeper happened too. Chelsea became the first celebrity brave enough to say what others won't. Hollywood is risking its health for beauty and lying about it. She called out the hypocrisy of stars who promote clean living while secretly injecting themselves with pharmaceutical shortcuts. She demanded transparency, warning that young fans will follow these trends without understanding the dangers. Chelsea Handler's journey isn't just about weight loss. It's about the cost of honesty in an industry built on illusion. She lost pounds, but she gained something far more powerful, the courage to tell the truth. And in a world obsessed with image, that may be the most shocking transformation of all. John Goodman. John Goodman was once Hollywood's gentle giant, the lovable, larger-than-life actor who brought warmth to Roseanne. The Big Lebowski and countless classics. For decades, fans adored him not for six-pack abs, but for his talent, humor, and authenticity. He weighed over 400 pounds at his heaviest and spoke openly about his struggles with food and addiction. But in recent years, something changed. When he appeared at a 2025 red carpet event, the crowd went silent. His cheeks were hollow, his frame shockingly thin, his energy noticeably drained. Some fans didn't even recognize him until his name was announced. Social media exploded. That can't be John Goodman. What happened to him? Hollywood insiders began whispering. After losing roles to younger, slimmer actors, Goodman was reportedly urged by his agent to modernize his look or risk being forgotten. The pressure was brutal. Despite decades of respect, even legends were no longer safe from Hollywood's obsession with thinness. Friends say he initially tried natural methods, but the extreme speed of his transformation sparked suspicions of OZEMPIC or similar drugs. Health experts pointed out the warning signs: dramatic facial collapse, muscle loss, frailty. Then came the most chilling detail. Sources claimed he suffered 2 emergency hospital visits due to complications from rapid weight loss. Neither Goodman nor his representatives confirmed the rumors, but friends allegedly staged quiet interventions, fearing he had gone too far. The tragedy. He never needed to change. Audiences loved him exactly as he was, real, relatable, irreplaceable. But Hollywood didn't. Goodman's journey reveals the darkest side of the industry. He didn't chase vanity, he chased survival. He risked his health, his strength, and possibly even his legacy to fit an image he never asked for. Fans aren't celebrating his transformation, they're begging him to stop. Because behind the applause and flashing lights is a man who may be sacrificing everything he built just to meet a standard that should never have applied to him in the first place. Katy Perry. Katy Perry was once Hollywood's living firework, vibrant, colorful, unstoppable. From candy-colored wigs to explosive stage performances, she represented energy and joy. But in 2025, fans began to notice something alarming. Her face looked sharper, her cheeks sunken, her frame extremely thin. At red carpet events, photographers who once praised her as effortlessly photogenic struggled to capture flattering angles. Makeup artists reportedly spent extra time filling in hollowness and restoring color to her face. Something was off. Behind the scenes, the truth was even darker. Staff from private events claimed Katy appeared exhausted, often needing breaks and sometimes assistance walking after long appearances. Insiders whispered about energy crashes, mood swings, and health concerns. Fans began asking, is it stress? Is she sick? Or is she the latest victim of Hollywood's OZEMPIC obsession? Katy never confirmed or denied anything. Her silence only fueled speculation. What made it worse was the contradiction between her powerful anthems of self-confidence, firework roar wide awake, and the fragile figure fans were seeing in public. The woman who told millions to love themselves now looked like she was fighting to hold herself together. Medical experts analyzing photos pointed out classic signs of rapid pharmaceutical weight loss, facial fat loss, extreme thinness in the arms and neck, visible fatigue. The timeline didn't match natural dieting, it matched shortcuts. Some insiders even claimed there were quiet medical consultations due to side effects. And then came the emotional shift. Colleagues said her once fearless, bubbly spirit had dimmed. She was more cautious, withdrawn, distant. The stage that once amplified her power now exposed her vulnerability. If someone as confident and successful as Katy Perry still feels pressure to shrink, what does that say about Hollywood's grip on women? Fans aren't angry, they're heartbroken. Katy Perry was a symbol of bold individuality. Now her transformation raises painful questions about what she might be sacrificing to survive in an industry that devours aging women. Katy's story isn't just about weight. It's about what happens when even the loudest voices of empowerment are crushed by silent expectations. James Corden. James Corden built an entire career on charm, humor, and authenticity. He wasn't the Hollywood heartthrob, he was the relatable guy who made the world laugh on The Late Late Show and danced joyfully in carpool karaoke. Fans loved him because he was real. He openly discussed his struggles with weight and never pretended to be perfect. That honesty made him unique in an industry obsessed with appearances. But in 2024-2025, everything changed. James suddenly reappeared drastically slimmer, his face noticeably hollow, his skin looser, his energy strangely low. The transformation was so extreme and so fast that fans immediately became suspicious. Corden claimed it was just walking every day and eating less. But doctors and fans called that story medically impossible based on the timeline. Weight loss that rapid without surgery or pharmaceuticals. It didn't add up. Insiders began talking. Staff from his final season quietly revealed that James was constantly exhausted, needing frequent breaks just to get through filming. The once high-energy host who could shoot for hours now struggled with simple tasks. Episodes had to be rescheduled around his stamina. Even his famous carpool karaoke segments reportedly became shorter and less spontaneous. Social media detectives noticed long gaps in posting suspiciously aligned with his most dramatic weight loss periods. Some even spotted signs of OZEMPIC use, sharp facial contours, sudden slimming of the neck and jawline, sagging skin, emotional changes. Behind the scenes, whispers grew louder. Was James hiding something? And then came the backlash. Fans didn't just question the weight loss, they questioned his honesty. Corden built his brand on being real. If he secretly used medication but promoted a healthy lifestyle, was that betrayal? What makes James Corden's transformation one of the most shocking of 2025 isn't just the physical change, it's what it did to his reputation. The fun-loving, relatable host is now viewed by many as another Hollywood illusion. He lost the weight, but he may have lost something far more valuable: trust. Mindy Kaling. Mindy Kaling was once celebrated as Hollywood's relatable powerhouse, the writer, actress, and producer who proudly owned her curves while breaking barriers in a beauty-obsessed industry. She was the girl who joked about her imperfections, mocked unrealistic standards, and inspired millions by proving you didn't need to be skinny to be successful. She built her brand on authenticity. But in 2024-2025, everything changed. Mindy reappeared with a body so drastically slim, so rapidly transformed, that fans were stunned. Her cheeks hollowed, her jawline sharpened, and her signature softness disappeared. The internet asked one question: how did this happen so fast? In interviews, Mindy insisted she just started eating better and moving more. But doctors quickly pointed out the truth: natural, sustainable weight loss doesn't work at this speed. Her transformation aligned almost perfectly with filming for a major high-pressure project, one known for rigid beauty standards. Coincidence? Industry insiders say no. They claim she quietly turned to Ozempic-style medication, hiding the process with careful camera angles, strategic clothing, and long social media gaps during the most extreme phases of her weight loss. Behind the scenes, colleagues noticed something even more troubling. The once confident Mindy, who laughed at perfectionism, was now reportedly obsessed with mirrors, calorie counting, and appearance. Her energy shifted. Her interviews felt cautious. Her jokes about body image disappeared. She wasn't just thinner, she was different. Fans are divided. Some say she took control of her health. Others accuse her of abandoning the very message that made her a role model. But the saddest part, Mindy didn't just lose weight. She may have lost the voice that made her powerful in the first place. Her transformation isn't just physical. It reflects the crushing reality of Hollywood. Even the strongest women can be broken by the demand to shrink. Mindy Kaling once symbolized confidence without conformity. Now she stands as a haunting reminder. Rebel Wilson. Rebel Wilson's year of health was supposed to be one of the most inspiring transformations in Hollywood history. She posted uplifting gym videos, talked about discipline and mental health, and told fans she lost weight the natural way through hard work, calorie control, and self-love. The world cheered her on. She even launched fitness programs, gave motivational interviews, and built a whole brand around her journey. But in 2025, a darker truth began to surface, and it stunned everyone. Medical experts analyzing her transformation timeline noticed something alarming. Her weight loss was far too fast and extreme to match her public story. Then came the leaks. Insiders allegedly connected to her medical team claimed Rebel used weight loss drugs like OZEMPIC during her journey, despite publicly denying it. Suddenly, what fans thought was authenticity began to look more like a carefully crafted marketing campaign. Even more damaging, she monetized the story. Rebel signed endorsement deals, sold lifestyle plans, and made millions, inspiring people to do it the natural way. If the drug rumors are true, that means her entire message was misleading. Fans felt betrayed. Critics called it one of the biggest celebrity deceptions in years. But the consequences went deeper. Colleagues reported personality changes during her transformation, mood swings, anxiety, obsessive self-monitoring, and even distancing herself from friends who questioned her methods. The woman who once embraced body diversity started chasing the very Hollywood beauty standards she used to mock. Her identity shifted from lovable and real to polished and secretive. At the same time, industry pressure intensified. As she lost weight, she started landing more serious roles, proof of the brutal truth she had fought against. Hollywood rewards thinness, not talent. Some say she didn't choose the obsession, it was forced on her. Rebel Wilson didn't just reshape her body, she reshaped her brand, her career, and possibly her integrity. What began as empowerment may go down as a cautionary tale about how dangerous the quest for acceptance in Hollywood can become. Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill has always been Hollywood's chameleon, transforming his body as often as he transformed his roles. From Superbad to Moneyball, audiences watched him gain and lose weight multiple times, often joking about it publicly. But what once seemed harmless or even funny has turned into one of the most disturbing transformation stories of 2025. His latest appearance left fans shocked. He looked thinner than ever before, with a gaunt face, tight skin, and an energy that felt empty. For years, Jonah was open about his insecurities and body image issues. He spoke about therapy, anxiety, and the pain of being mocked for his size. Fans respected his vulnerability, but insiders say his relationship with weight loss has become a dangerous cycle. He gains weight naturally, panics under pressure, disappears from the public eye, then returns dramatically thinner, far too fast to be natural. Medical professionals have warned that this kind of extreme yo-yo effect can permanently damage the heart metabolism and mental health. Friends reveal the truth. He's obsessed with it. He constantly checks his appearance, avoids cameras, and struggles with emotional stability. His social media tells the story too carefully. Curated photos, long silent gaps, and strategic angles to control the narrative. The fun, relaxed Jonah fans loved has been replaced by someone guarded, anxious, and possibly trapped. Some experts believe he may be using Ozempic or similar drugs, not for one-time weight loss, but repeatedly whenever he feels career pressure. This would explain the extreme transformations and the visible crashes in between. Each cycle seems harder on his body. Each comeback looks more painful. And this time, fans are genuinely worried. Jonah's story is more than a before and after photo. It's the portrait of a man caught between fame and identity, success and self-worth. He was once the symbol of talent over appearance. Now even he seems convinced he must shrink to stay relevant. What makes his transformation one of the most heartbreaking of 2025 is simple. Jonah Hill didn't just lose weight. He may be losing himself in the process. Scott Disick. Scott Disick was once the ultimate reality TV king sharpsuits, razor-wit luxury lifestyle, on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. He was charismatic, confident, and full of life. He wasn't just a supporting character, he was a fan favorite. But in 2025, fans were stunned when he appeared in public looking like a completely different person. His once youthful face was sunken, his cheeks hollow, his eyes tired, and his frame disturbingly thin. The transformation was so drastic that viewers flooded social media with one terrified question. What happened to Scott Disick? According to insiders close to the Kardashian family, Scott's weight loss happened in just a few months, aligning with increased pressure to stay relevant and camera-ready in the family's expanding media empire. Hollywood may not treat reality stars like movie icons, but it holds them to the same brutal beauty standards. Friends say Scott became obsessed with maintaining a younger look, turning to drastic shortcuts as he aged in the public eye. Makeup artists on recent episodes allegedly had to use heavy contouring and filters to hide his gaunt appearance. Family members, especially Kourtney Kardashian, were reportedly deeply concerned, worried about the effect on their children and his health. Behind closed doors, interventions were attempted. But sources say Scott shrugged it off or avoided the topic entirely. His personality changed too. Once the life of the party, Scott became withdrawn, skipping events, avoiding paparazzi, and isolating himself. Friends described his behavior as erratic, one moment, anxious the next, completely detached. Some claim he turned to weight loss drugs like OZEMPIC or Mounjaro, not out of vanity but out of fear of being left behind by a family that keeps evolving. What makes his transformation so disturbing isn't just the physical change, it's the emotional collapse behind it. The charming Lord Disick, who once owned every room, now looks like a shadow of himself. In Hollywood, fame gives, but it also drains. And when the spotlight moves on, some stars will do anything to pull it back. Jessica Simpson. Jessica Simpson has lived her entire life in the spotlight pop star, reality TV icon, fashion mogul, best-selling author. And for years, fans loved her because she was real. She spoke honestly about weight struggles, pregnancy changes, and body image. She wasn't afraid to show vulnerability. That honesty built her empire. But in 2025, fans were stunned when she appeared almost unrecognizable, extremely slim, sharp features, and a fragile frame that sparked immediate concern. This wasn't the confident, vibrant Jessica they knew. Something felt off. Her official explanation: hard work, discipline, and clean living. But experts quickly pointed out the obvious. Her weight loss was far too fast and extreme to be natural, especially for someone with a history of fluctuating weight. Fitness trainers publicly stated her transformation would require either surgical or pharmaceutical assistance, likely Ozempic or similar GLP-1 medication. And then fans noticed something even more suspicious: long gaps in social media posts, perfectly aligned with her most drastic changes. Insiders claim the truth runs deeper. Behind the scenes, Jessica allegedly became obsessed with the scale, weighing herself multiple times a day, restricting food and canceling meetings due to mood swings and fatigue. Former staff members revealed she sometimes struggled to finish photo shoots because she was too weak. The woman who once preached balance was now battling perfection. What makes her case particularly heartbreaking is her past. Jessica was once praised for being transparent. She wrote an entire memoir about self-acceptance. That's why fans felt betrayed. Not because she lost weight, but because it felt like she abandoned the message that made her a role model for millions of women. Jessica's transformation exposes something bigger than one person. It shows how Hollywood still rewards thinness over authenticity. It proves that even billion-dollar success can't protect a woman from pressure to shrink. And it reveals the emotional toll of chasing an image that may never be enough. Sharon Osbourne. Sharon Osbourne has always been one of the few celebrities unafraid to speak the truth. For decades, she was known for her sharp wit, fearless opinions, and authenticity. But in 2025, she made the most shocking revelation of her career. Her dramatic weight loss journey nearly destroyed her health, her happiness, and even her identity. Unlike other stars who claimed diet and exercise, Sharon openly admitted she took OZEMPIC-style medication to slim down. At first, it felt like a miracle. She dropped more than 30 pounds quickly and received praise from the media. But behind the scenes, her body was deteriorating. She became so thin that even close friends barely recognized her. Her face looked sunken, her bones more visible, and her voice weaker. She confessed that everyday tasks became nearly impossible. Walking across a room felt like climbing a mountain. Eating became painful. She lived with constant nausea and fatigue. What started as a quick fix had turned into a physical and emotional nightmare. And then came the twist that terrified fans. Most quitting the drug didn't solve the problem. Sharon revealed that after stopping, she couldn't regain healthy weight. Her metabolism was damaged. Her digestive system didn't function properly. Doctors warned her some side effects might be permanent. This wasn't a beauty treatment, it was a medical crisis. Yet the most disturbing confession was psychological. Sharon admitted she became addicted to being skinny. Even when she looked sick, she loved seeing low numbers on the scale. Hollywood's toxic standards had rewired her brain. "You don't want to gain it back," she said, "even if you look awful." That statement exposed the darkest truth of all fame, teaches stars to choose image over health. Behind the glamour, Sharon pulled back the curtain on an industry-wide epidemic. She said doctors were handing out these drugs casually to countless celebrities without proper monitoring or long-term data. She warned that people think it's harmless until their bodies shut down. She is one of the only major celebrities brave enough to admit the full truth, including the suffering, the fear, and the psychological damage. Her honesty has sparked urgent conversations about safety, transparency, and the dangerous pressure to stay thin at any cost. Sharon Osbourne's transformation isn't inspirational, it's a warning to every star and every fan. She didn't just lose weight, she nearly lost herself. Amy Schumer. Amy Schumer has built her entire career on brutal honesty. She joked about Hollywood beauty standards, exposed the industry's double standards, and proudly embraced imperfection. She was one of the few women in comedy who refused to shrink herself literally and figuratively. But in 2025, Amy shocked the world by admitting she secretly tried Ozempic-style weight loss medication. At first, the transformation looked like a success. She slimmed down quickly. Headlines praised her glow-up and social media buzzed with curiosity. But behind the spotlight was a horrifying truth she could no longer hide. Amy revealed the side effects were devastating. She experienced violent nausea, crippling fatigue, severe mood swings, and constant dizziness. She said, "I felt poisoned." Her body was shutting down, but the most heartbreaking part wasn't physical. She confessed she was too sick to play with her young son. That moment broke her. Hollywood's demands had stolen what mattered most, motherhood. Unlike many stars who continued the lie, Amy did something rare. She stopped and told the truth. She explained that her genetic makeup made the drug even more dangerous for her intensifying side effects. But she also admitted something even deeper. She felt pressured by the industry to be thinner to stay relevant. Even after years of success, she still didn't feel enough in Hollywood's eyes. The woman who once mocked diet culture found herself trapped in it. Her honesty exposed a bigger issue. Millions of fans follow celebrities' weight loss secrets without knowing the risks. Amy warned that these drugs aren't magic. They're powerful, untested, long-term, and potentially life-changing in the worst way. She called out celebrities who lie about just eating clean, saying that dishonesty is more dangerous than the drug itself. She reminded the world that bodies aren't trends and health isn't worth sacrificing for applause. And yet, the pressure continues. Amy's story isn't about vanity, it's about vulnerability. She didn't just lose weight. She nearly lost her joy, her health, and the moments that really matter. But unlike many, she chose something even braver than being thin. She chose to be honest, no matter the cost. That honesty may be the most powerful transformation of all. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey has spent more than 30 years building her legacy on one powerful promise: authenticity. She shared her pain, her trauma, her weight struggles, and her healing journey with millions who trusted her. She wasn't just a talk show host, she became the global symbol of emotional honesty and self-acceptance. That's why her 2025 confession sent shockwaves through the world. Oprah admitted she had been using weight loss medication like OZEMPIC. And for the first time ever, the woman who helped everyone else heal became the center of the debate. This wasn't just another celebrity transformation, it was the most controversial one yet. Why? Because Oprah had openly battled weight for decades. She documented countless diets, launched Weight Watchers partnerships, lost and regained more than 100 pounds multiple times, and spoke about the emotional damage of diet culture. Fans trusted her because she understood the pain. She didn't sell perfection, she sold truth. So when she revealed she turned to medication, many felt betrayed. The woman who said love yourself as you are was now quietly using pharmaceutical shortcuts. Critics argued that Oprah's voice is too powerful. If she normalizes these injections, millions will follow without her level of medical supervision or financial safety. Unlike average people, Oprah has the best doctors, private monitoring, and instant intervention if something goes wrong. But her followers don't. And that's where the backlash ignited. Was she promoting self-acceptance or selling a new beauty standard disguised as empowerment? Supporters defended her, saying even icons suffer under Hollywood pressure. Others called it hypocrisy, the ultimate crack in her flawless image. Oprah tried to clarify, saying she used medication responsibly and as a tool, not a cheat. But for many, it was too late. The line between inspiration and influence had blurred. Yet the most painful truth is this: if even Oprah, wealthy, powerful, loved, still felt she wasn't enough, what hope does anyone else have? Her transformation is the most shocking of all, not because of how she looks, but because of what it reveals. In a world that demands perfection, even the strongest women can break. And when Oprah breaks, nobody is safe. Kourtney Kardashian. Kourtney Kardashian was always the different Kardashian, the one who rejected excess, preached balance, and branded herself as the queen of natural wellness. While Kim flaunted high fashion and Khloe chased fitness perfection, Kourtney stood firm on clean living, organic food, and toxin-free everything. She built her billion-dollar brand Poosh on one promise: you don't need shortcuts, just healthy choices. Fans trusted her as the most authentic Kardashian. But in late 2024 and 2025, everything changed. Kourtney appeared shockingly slimmer, her face sharper, her body dramatically reduced in a short period of time. The internet exploded. Her team claimed healthy eating and Pilates, but medical experts were unconvinced. The timeline matched rapid drug-assisted weight loss, not natural change. Rumors of Ozempic use spread like wildfire. And this time, fans weren't just curious, they were furious. Why? Because if anyone in Hollywood preached no shortcuts, it was Kourtney. She sold detox teas, supplements, meal guides, and wellness plans to millions of followers. She insisted she was the natural sister. So if she secretly used weight loss injections, was her entire brand a lie? Insiders say tension grew even within the Kardashian family. Some sources claimed Kim and Khloe were annoyed that Kourtney was acting holier than thou publicly, while allegedly using the same methods she criticized. Others whispered Kourtney's new look wasn't just about beauty, it was about relevancy. With younger influencers taking over the wellness space, was she feeling threatened? Behind the scenes, staff reportedly noticed mood swings, extreme dieting, and intense secrecy. Her social media became carefully staged angles, filters, and lighting to hide fatigue and weight fluctuations. fans began to question everything. Was clean living just marketing? Was Poosh selling a fantasy? Then came the most damaging criticism. She's selling natural while living artificial. And that is the ultimate Hollywood sin hypocrisy. Kourtney Kardashian's transformation is one of the most shocking of 2025, not just because of how far it went, but because of what it exposed. It didn't just crack her image. It cracked an entire industry built on pretending wellness is